Here's some common red flags that I've seen throughout the years as an instructor. Usually if I got a student pilot that doesn't take feedback, that's a red flag right there. One, a student who doesn't take feedback. As an instructor, your number one purpose and goal is to give students feedback. And as a student, you have to be able to take feedback. If I'm giving a student different tips or different techniques that'll help them out, the feedback that your instructor is giving you, you're not implementing or trying it or doing the things that they tell you, then this ain't gonna work for you. Red flag number one. Two, if you don't prioritize flight training. Now what this means, this isn't just, I have other things that are also important. This is, when you show up to training, you just don't take it that serious. If you're not taking it that serious, then red flag number two. And a lot of times this can happen with people who thought they wanted to become pilots, and then they start doing it and they're like, yeah, this ain't for me. Or people who are doing flight training because someone else is paying for them to do it or someone else is pushing them to do it. That can cause this red flag. A student that talks more than they listen. Your instructor should be talking way more than you should as a student pilot. So if you always got something to say when the instructor gives you something, that's gonna be a problem. Red flag right there. Your job is to listen, take in the information, make improvements so you can progress. Your instructor is there to guide you, to give you instruction. And if you are always talking and always got a response, then red flag. If you're a student who was always, I was about to do that, then once again, you ain't even taking in the information and accepting the fact that you might be wrong as you're going through this. If you tell a student, hey, did you run the before landing checklist? I was about to do that. Well, if you're about to do that, then it was too late. But don't always say that or always throw that out there when you get inputs from the instructor. I was about to do that, red flag. And then if you're overly defensive, if you are overly defensive anytime you're getting something from your instructor, red flag, straight up red flag. You should not be defensive when your instructor is giving you inputs on your flying and your training. The whole purpose of them being there is to get you to be able to become a better pilot, to get to the next rating. Whatever this thing that is you're working on, that's the reason they're there. So they're not giving you these inputs because they dislike you. It's because they're trying to make you better. So how we take these red flags and turn them into green flags? So here's some ways that you can make them red flags, green flag. Take constructive criticism. When your instructor is giving you info and giving you feedback on your performance, take that, internalize and realize that they're not telling you that you're a bad pilot. They're telling you that the things you're doing need to be improved. So don't take it personal. Take it as they're trying to help you get better. Don't internalize it as you're bad or that they're attacking you. Take it as they're trying to help me better. That's an internal thing that you got to work on. Make training a priority. When you show up to training, you have to be ready. Prioritize it. Even if you're busy with family, other job, and other things, you got to cut out time so that when you show up, you already know what the weather's looking like. You get there early enough to pre-flight the airplane. All the things that show that you are ready to go. And that's a green flag that's going to make your instructor be like, all right, the student's on it. You want to listen to learn, not listen to respond. This takes practice. So practice even when you're not in flight training. Someone gives you an input on an action that you did. Instead of responding on what you were about to do or what was going to happen, just internalize it and take it and tell yourself, okay, this is good information that they're giving me. So if your instructor's like, hey, when you're doing your stalls, you got to make sure you add right rudder and keep the nose on the horizon. Now, if your first response is, well, nope, just take it, internalize, and ask yourself, all right, this is what I need to do. This is the inputs that my instructor gave me. Now let me go ahead and try to implement that next time I fly. That's how you turn that. That's how you make that a green flag right there. And make sure you devote time to studying and chair flying. Don't just say you're studying and chair flying just because you had a book open and you're on your computer. Like, dedicate actual real time, like devoted time into that training. And those are your green flags. So let's turn those red flags into green flags. So no red flags for students. We want them joints to be green flags. Let's go.